Hi, this is Ghost. I'm playing Purrfect Date. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a few weeks, maybe. I don't really remember how long it's been actually, but we completed Chapter 1 and we are on Chapter 2. For those of you who didn't see Chapter 1, which is probably anyone who's watching this because there were literally no views on any of those videos. Jobst, our first character, was turned into a cat for all eternity. But it's okay because he found love with Snooty Booty, a Sphinx cat. Speaking of cats, somebody's decided to join. If you can hear him. Come on, meow louder for the audience. Anyway, now we're on Chapter 2 with a different character. Our character named Soghtie. If you're wondering about the names, I don't have an explanation. Let's just go. Let's continue. I clicked on her face to try to continue instead of clicking the big continue button. Shows how competent I am. I'm finally here, so this is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next 2 months. We've already read all this. When I initially received a letter saying I'd been placed on a reserves list for the job, I thought that I was probably a kind of way of saying no thanks, put out my mind. So imagine my surprise when sometime later I got a call saying there was an opening for me. Should I still be interested? I have a sudden pang of your nerves. That is all a dream. It's all a dream, and I rummage through my bag until I find proof that puts my mind at ease. Oh, Soghtie, you're gonna be turned into a cat too. Oh, look at that. Deep bleh. We are pleased to be able to offer you stuff. Nope, mistake. That's my name, and there's his name. The genius, Professor Popper, that creepy weirdo. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel and shouts rather brusquely. Take all your belongings, we won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thanks, Bob, you look kinda angry. There's steam coming out of your head there, but here you look kind of happy. Thanks, Skipper. Don't call me Skipper! He totally ignores me, so I pick up my bags and disembark. I don't think that was his name the first time. Voice the first time, but whatever. A beefy-looking man who I presume is an island security, blah blah blah. Hello, it's Officer Jones, right? Yep, Sane Jones. ID card, I don't think this was my name either. Yeah, of course, I mean, voice. Why do I keep saying name? I have dyslexia of the mouth, I swear. I reached into my back pocket and showed the laminated card. It was good on the mainland. Here's my card. Take it. Ow! Oh, my finger. Oh, that hurt so bad. Oh, okay. Oh, that hurt. Meow! Oh, it hurt so bad. Oh, I'm gonna be bruised for days. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way! Okay, Jones, I'll follow you, Jones. Yes, Jones. I follow him down dirt track path and get my proper first look at the island. Oh, wow, it's so beautiful! After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which is modest, but functional. It's a bit like glamping, really. Okay, it wouldn't let me skip that. Does that mean this is new? Here! I don't know why I sound like an old man, but whatever, here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. Okay, I'll go inside. It's very messy. As I enter, the professor looks up from his paperwork. Come in, you must be Soghtie. Delighted to have you on board. Thank you, sir. It's an honor to meet you. You must be exhausted after your long journey. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger, perhaps a little whiskey. Sure, I'll drink some whiskey. Well, if you're having one, it'd be rude to let you not drink whiskey on your own. I'm a different person. Jobst didn't want nothing, but I want whiskey. Give me that hard liquor. Jolly good. I can tell you and I are going to get along famously. Sure, whatever you say, Professor Popper. He takes a swig from the bottle and passes it to me. I try not to show my self-consciousness and surreptitiously wipe the neck with my sleeve before taking a modest sip. I don't like germs, apparently. I'm a germaphobe. I don't expect you to begin work until tomorrow, so I'll just give you your kit and some basic instructions and then leave you to relax for the rest of the evening. The rest of the evening. Thank you, sir. I think you're having a seizure. That sounds great. Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit. It looks like a cat. He goes over the pile of tools and equipment, explaining each of them in turn. It's all standard stuff until, what's this thing? And this is your catalog. Oh wow, it looks like a mobile phone. Catalog? Yes, it was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, and now I don't sound English anymore. But we've come a long way since then. There's even a chipping pin that comes with it to tag cats so that we can keep track of. Yep, I lost the accent. I lost it. Whatever. It's an extremely valuable piece of equipment, Soghtie, and I cannot easily be replaced. It cannot easily be replaced. Not me. I can be easily replaced. So I need you to guard it with your life if whatever. I think he's joking at first, but he looks so intense that I decided to take him seriously. Yes, sir, of course I will. Good, you'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest that we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few cats that you can try out on. So I spend the next hour scanning cats under the watchful eye of the professor. Whoopity-doopity-doo. We've already seen all of that, pretty much. It skipped us meeting the cats, though. As I unpack and settle into my tent, I notice something odd. A little dugout under my bed. I reach in and pull out an unexpected find. The personal journal of the previous research assistant. The one before me. They must have forgotten it, or left it behind. They died. It's an absolute goldmine of information. It's going to get me up to speed with how it all works around here in no time. I'm sure of it. However, it seems something else was happening here on the island. Something that was troubling them. I get the feeling there's far more going on here than the professor would have me know. In spite of my increasing tiredness, I continue to read, and the journal gets weirder and weirder to the point where I'm not sure whether I'm still reading or if I've dozed off and am now dreaming of talking cats and kidnappings. Maybe the guy before me was insane, and that's why he's not here anymore. Maybe he was fired. Eventually, somebody texted me. No, I could have sworn I saw my phone glow. Eventually, I lose the battle and drift off into a deep sleep. Then I wake up, and I'm gonna be a werecat now. I wake with a start, and it takes me a moment to get my brain into gear. I can hear a scratching sound and the rustling of paper. I don't have paper. Coming from the tent flap. It's a cat with something in its mouth. Suddenly I'm wide awake. No! The journal. It has the journal, not the catalog. Wait! But it has disappeared into the night. Not my journal, that's not even mine. Before I know it, I'm out in the cold of night, chasing it with all my might. I must get that book back. It has everything I need to know in it. Barefoot, dressed only in a t-shirt and shorts, running at full speed into the forest in the dark of night. This is familiar. I know, I read this in the journal. Something similar happened to the previous assistant. Yet here I am, falling into that same trap. I must be crazy. I slow to a stop. I think I'm going to be sick. I realize, of course, I'm close to the danger zone. Dun dun dun, everything goes black and I fall to the ground. Oh, this person just passed out. The other person was attacked, I think. I can don't even remember, actually. I open my eyes. A calico cat. One that I scanned yesterday. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen that cat, I've completely forgotten her name. Is standing in front of me. She drops the journal from her mouth. Dun 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 dun. I pass out. I like the music of this game. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's over. It's back to happy. Hey, long time no see, guys. Oh, you're new. But I like you. You're adorable. You're my new favorite, Jopes.
Hello, I say, can you hear me?
Are you okay?
Here we go again.
Move back a bit. Let them breathe. Has it been bitten? The Sphinx cat is standing over me, staring as I open my eyes.
Yes, definitely bitten. Look at its hand.
I bring my hand up to my face, and through blurry vision I can make out several deep scratches and puncture marks. Oh no, my poor hand! The cats watch me intently. Is this real? I read something in the journal about kidnapping.
Catnapping.
We're sorry, it was the only way. You stole the journal. Oh, but I gave it back to you. But why did you take it?
To lure you out here, sucker.
There's no need for rudeness, Kibbles. My head has begun to clear, and I realize that if I can talk to these cats, not only is it all true, but it's already too late. I have the sickness. I'm a werecat. We need to have a talk, human. No, we don't. I know what's going on here. I read all about it from your last victim. That guy on the left. I still can't do an Irish accent. It has been so long and I still haven't improved on my Irish accent. Great. Great. I don't even remember what voice I gave you. Ow! Temporarily. So I'm just gonna have to go with half Irish, half stupid. Yep, that's what kind of accent I'm gonna do for you. I'm Irish. Now, Cara, that's not very nice. We prefer to think of you as our champion and friend. McMurphy used silver-tongued Irish charmer, who sounds not Irish. My reputation goes before me. Oh, I know who you all are from the journal. So let's cut to the chase here. Oh, good.
We just did that, dummy.
You know what I mean. What happens now? Keep reading the notes. That will tell you all we know so far. I guess they're gonna have the same voice. Oh well. Oopsie doopsie. I didn't know I was gonna have the running characters. Hang on, who are you? You're not mentioned in the journal. You figure it out. It's not my problem anymore. Oh. Poor Jobst. The new cat slinks off towards the forest area. What the F? Oh, don't worry about them. They're preoccupied elsewhere. Yeah, probably getting you some coconuts or some leaves, right?
So what do you say? Are you going to help us or not?
I'll help you. Why not? I suppose my fate is already sealed. I may as well do my best to help you sort this mess out. Spoken like a true champion. That's definitely not Irish. That was almost southern.
Well, let's hope this one's better than the last one.
The last one was pretty good, actually. Oh no, you've made her sprout horns. Unfortunately, they didn't get very far with discovering an antidote to what happened to our friends. My catalog starts beeping. Oh no. Beep, beep, beep. Mom, I want 5 more minutes. Oh, my alarm. I have to get to work. Go! And thanks from all of us. I'm such a bad voice actor. I need to practice voice acting. Oh well, I make it back to the lab fairly quickly. Luckily, I'm not a voice actor, so it's not needed. It's not a needed skill. Considering how little sleep I've had, I wonder if that's one of the effects of the feline transition. I imagine my agility levels will change. I'm strangely excited about getting to work on the antidote. It's a sort of challenge I love. I'm just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work when the catalog beeps a message without any contact information. Unknown number. Some things are okay. Ooh, ominous. I don't have time to work this puzzle out right now, though. I'm already going to be late for work if I don't get a move on. The professor is already working when I arrive, but miraculously, I'm not late, so there's no fuss. I get through the day as efficiently as possible, and head back to my tent as soon as my work is done. I want to get to grips with finding out all I can as soon as possible. What should I do today? Romance. We're getting right into that. Screw the research and the whatever. Oh, Snooty Booty's a doc now. She doesn't exist anymore. I guess she's taken. Oh well. I can unlock... Kibbles and Trixie are locked, and I don't know who this is. But, they look like a cage. Should I go with... Oh, wow. Okay, whoa. I did not expect you to look that happy about being chosen. Or McMurphy. Oh, I did not. I kind of did expect you to be looking that happy, but I did not expect that from Floofy Butt. Floofy Butt or McMurphy? Floofy Butt or McMurphy? Floofy Butt! I'm just gonna go with Floofy Butt because I still can't do your accent. It'll be annoying if I even try. I should just go back to whatever the other voice I was doing for him, which I believe was just overexcited male voice. It wasn't even any accent. It was American, I guess you would say. I'm not sure what to. I'm not sure what to expect. I've come to the forest with Floofy Butt for what I assumed would be a pleasant way to spend my afternoon off work, but I have now discovered that he's billing it as an informative afternoon of instruction and practical participation. That sounds suspiciously like a lecture to me. Oh well. As Professor Popper would say, a scientist must keep an open mind. Doesn't that face just look handsome?
This is something I would normally do alone, but you strike me as a like-minded soul, interested in both gastronomic and anatomic pleasures.
Okay, that's part. Anatomic pleasure just sounds wrong. Don't call it that.
Perhaps now would be a good time to lay down the blanket I asked you to bring. We don't want to put that tender skin of yours under duress.
Okay. I lay the blanket on the ground awkwardly and wonder where he's going with this.
Relax, Soghtie. This doesn't usually take very long.
Suddenly, without warning, there's a loud plop as a bird plummets out of the sky onto the blanket. Did you like shoot it? Why?
Told you so.
Oh my, it's dead. What did you do?
As a doornail.
But what happened to it?
Just the force field, of course. Now enough foolish questions, Soghtie. Let's get started, shall we?
Wait, but how did it land on the blanket? Is the blanket able to go through the force field? I'm confused. Can inanimate things go through the force field, but creatures, living things can't? I'm confused. You need to explain this force field to me better. Just like the lectures from my uni. What exactly are we doing here, Floofy Butt?
I told you, don't use that ridiculous name. I prefer Major, if you please.
Okay, Major. What exactly are we doing here, Major?
This is my little surprise. I'm a bird fancier.
Oh, and you fancy your birds dead? Well, he is a cat.
Quite. All the better to practice my other pursuit.
I know I'm going to regret asking this, but what pursuit would that be, Major? What are you yowling at? Stop yowling!
I'm a self-taught pathologist.
You mean as in post-mortem?
Somewhat rudimentary. Whatever.
You don't, but I can now find my way around the innards of an... I need to just restart.
Somewhat rudimentary, don't you know, but I can find my way around the innards of the average seagull with remarkable dexterity.
Yes, well, whatever floats your boat. I'm interested in crossword puzzles myself. Again! Not everyone's cup of tea, but it occupies a wet afternoon. Please, don't use the adjective wet for anything that isn't actually wet. Because that just sounds wrong. Yes, it occupies a wet afternoon. Who says things like that? Please don't tell me there are actually people who say things like that. That's just weird. That's just gross.
Okay, back to the task at hand, Soghtie. I shall now begin the autopsy. Keep your wits about you. There will be questions at the end.
Oh no, it's a quiz. I knew this was a lecture. Floofy Butt pings out a razor-sharp claw and begins going to town on the bird. Ah, poor bird. Right on that blanket. See, how is it that this bird hit a force field like what? How are you able to do that to that bird when it hit the force field? You know what? I'm not going to question it. Incision from sternum to base. On first examination, the skeleton appears to be typical. I note there is no break in the neck, indicating that the force field, rather than the fall, killed the bird. But What? If it ran into the force field, wouldn't that have snapped its neck? The same way that a fall would have snapped its neck? How else did it die? Did its heart just stop on impact? Did its brain explode? I feel rather queasy. Oh, really?
Yes, point of interest. Sometimes the initial zap the bird receives from flying into the force field merely stuns them, and it is the impact of the fall which provides the fatal blow. This chap, however, prepares to have suffered cardiac arrest. You can see from the size or lack thereof of the heart that even a minor jolt could be enough to induce a seizure.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's depressing. that's kind of sad. There's so many birds that run into glass every day. Now I used to think, oh look, that's funny that they ran into the window. Now they're gonna go fly away. Now it's more like, oh god, that bird just ran to the window. It's dead. Holy frick. Now I'm sad because I've seen some birds hit my back door, which is made of glass. Oh. That's depressing to think of. Oh no. I better just not clean it ever. That way they can see it. Having removed the tiny organ, Major has now begun digging around inside the carcass as though rummaging in a lucky dip.
Now removing entrails for further examination. Oh, do get a better look, Soghtie. It's rather revealing. I can see something in the stomach sac.
I'd rather not, you know. Stomach sac?
It looks like
a worm?
Oh my, it's gold! Our lucky day, Soghtie. Here, have a look. It's some kind of nugget.
Is it a chicken nugget? No, thank you, Major. I'm not in the mood for playing with the contents of a seagull's stomach.
Don't be ridiculous. This is not a game, Soghtie. May I remind you that we are in the middle of a very serious post-mortem, and I expect you, as my assistant, to maintain professionalism.
My stomach is doing flips as I hold the object between thumb and forefinger. What is this thing? It's so small. It kind of looks like a... Cripes! It's a tooth! Major, it's a gold tooth! What? Whose gold tooth did it eat?
Oh, good find. You're a natural.
But you found it! I can't help but wonder why a seagull would have a gold tooth in its stomach. Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Presumably, Major, this is from the mouth of a human.
I think you're probably right.
So how did it get in the seagull?
What's an inquiring mind? You would make an excellent apprentice. If you like, I could pass on to you the skills I have acquired. That would be a feather in your cap, eh?
I resign myself to the fact that he's not going to be drawn into speculation. Okay, well, I'll bear that in mind, Major. I don't have the heart to tell him that I came top of my class at veterinary surgery.
Ah, I'm the best vet. And now to the victor the spoils. Don't be shy, I've already carved.
Oh gosh, do you mean...
Of course, tuck in. We won't stand on ceremony here. It's a good one, too. Plenty of fat.
Seagulls aren't in the human diet, actually. You know,
I'm a vegetarian.
I'm not a vegetarian. That was just a lie, so that I wouldn't have to eat the bird. the bird that was cut up and you know I have to think fast. Do I really want to eat raw seagull carved up by a cat on the forest floor? Well, I want the state to be successful, so tuck in! I suppose it would be frightfully rude to refuse now, seeing as he's gone to all the trouble of carving. Oh, silly me, I already had lunch before it came out, but it looks so delicious that I simply must try a bit, a tiny bit, a morsel.
Very well, Soghtie, but I shall leave you to the tastiest part of all, the liver. Oh, God!
Is it too late to go back? The cat definitely tears an organ out of the carcass and presents it to me on a flat paw.
Very fatty.
Oh, wow, that's too much, Major. I mean, too generous. As tempted as I am, I simply couldn't.
Nonsense, Soghtie. I insist. I would feel a poor host indeed if my guest refused my hospitality.
Okay, Soghtie, you can do this. Think of it as liver and onions, the way Mum makes it. I've never had that ever, and I hope I never ever do, but sure, think of it that way. Okay, breathe. Don't think about it. Just take it and swallow it whole, like an iron pill. Maybe don't do that. That sounds bad. I'm really going to enjoy this seagull liver. I snatched it out of the cat's paw, and it's in my mouth before my brain can catch up. Oh God, oh no, it's in my throat, it's lodged in my throat, I can't swallow it, how do I, oh no, I'm gonna throw up, aren't I, oh no, crikey, that was a close call. Oh, I'm apparently British. Should I have been doing an accent this whole time? I suck at doing accents. You guys know this. I've mentioned it many times. I can't do any accent except for whatever this is. I guess I can do this kind of accent, but that's real about it. I mean, it's kind of because I'm in Texas and everyone around here speaks like this, god dang it. But other than that, I can't do an accent because I don't know people. Catch the organ in my clenched fist and simultaneously give Floofy Butt the thumbs up. The thumbs up, man. Exquisite! My compliments to the cat. Quite so. Next time, make sure you have an empty stomach. Unlike this chap, eh? Floofy Butt holds up the gold tooth and laughs. I try to force a laugh, but I'm suddenly overwhelmed with nausea. I've had a truly lovely time here, Major, but I'm afraid I must go now. So soon? Sadly so. Work calls. Well, I suppose that can't be helped, but let's do this again soon, eh? Yes, of course, soon. I can hardly wait. As I run home, feeling the slimy, sticky mess clinging to my hand, I curse myself for not bringing my antiseptic gel. Jail? I curse myself for not bringing my antiseptic gel. Next time I will be prepared. Yeah, I'll bring all the Germex.